Hello, I'm Oksana, and it is time for another Empties Food Edition video. So I've been saving all my little boxes and packages from this month. So let me show you what I've got here. First, I've shown these the previous time, but went through another box of these lentil crackers. Really like these for dipping in my onion dip. And I like them just straight up now. They don't have like the richest flavor, but I do really enjoy them. So ate a box of those, and then I have 3 different boxes of these Cliff Kid Z bars. They look like this. This is the chocolate brownie, which is really good. This is an iced oatmeal cookie, which I don't like the flavor of. It's very like cinnamony. I don't necessarily associate oatmeal cookies with cinnamon, so I don't know, I just didn't like it. It was like too sweet and too cinnamony for what I expected. And I bought these mostly for my daughter, but I did try them. So I did like the chocolate brownie, and then this crispy, so these are kind of softer, and this one is the crispy rice bar in cookies and cream, which was really good as well. So the reason that I bought these little bars is I needed something for my daughter to like lure her out of class into the car. We take some classes, we take like a gym class, an art class, and all that stuff, and she's almost 3 years old, so she's definitely going through like that terrible 2s, trying 3s, whatever you want to call it. She's a handful, and so she doesn't throw like this huge fit and I have to drag her out when the class is over. Because I have my son that I also have with me in his little carrier, so it's so hard to struggle with her now that it's just harder for me to move around and chase her down and all that stuff. So I've been using snacks to kind of like lure her away, and I'll give it to her and they'll be like, let's go to the car, I'll open this for you in the car, and you can eat it on the ride home, and that's been really working. And so I bought these actually from Target. I already found a few alternatives that I bought from Whole Foods that I haven't opened yet, but I will, and I'll review them for you next time around I do one of these videos. So I probably would not buy these again. I'm hoping to find a better alternative. Although the ingredients are decent, they do have, you know, a good amount of sugar in there, and they also have soybean oil, which I'm not a fan of. Even though they are organic, I just try to avoid soy. So these 3 boxes of bars, they were good except for the oatmeal one, but not a huge fan of the fact that they have soy in them. I'm gonna try and find a better, safer alternative for my daughter, and then I'll let you know. And I tried this miso broth from 365 Whole Foods brand. This is organic. And so speaking of soy, since I just brought it up for these bars, from everything that I read, from what I understand, as long as it's fermented, then it's okay, because all of those bad things kind of go away, or something happens to them, they turn into something else. Soy has a lot of estrogen in it. It has some things also that are toxic, and when it's fermented, as far as I know, it's supposed to be okay for you. So that's what I try to do. I try to avoid things like soy oil, soy lecithin, and I try to have things instead like soy sauce, as long as it's natural organic soy sauce and it's fermented. With soy, I try to be careful about organic because most soy is genetically modified. So if it's organic, that means it's not. And miso soup is another soy product that is fermented, so it's the safe version of soy, and I really like the taste of miso. It's supposed to be, you know, just good for you overall. And I have some noodles. I don't have the package to show you because it's not empty yet, but they're basically mung bean noodles. They're the clear glass noodles, and I made soup with this broth and those noodles, and I really enjoyed it. So there's that. I usually buy this kind of broth, like chicken broth and everything for soup, the 365 brand. I have made my own broth, which of course is better, but I don't always have the time. And then I had a moment of weakness and gave in to my cravings and bought this. These are the pumpkin pie cheesecake sandwich creams, the Whole Foods brand, and they're really good. I'm not the biggest pumpkin person, I know that some people, you know, really love this time of year, like pumpkin pie and pumpkin flavored things, and I was never really into that, but I really liked these. I am a big fan of cheesecake. Maybe that's why. So I enjoy these. I thought they were really good. Hopefully I won't buy them again, just because I try not to eat things like this too much, but they were really good. And they're not organic, unfortunately, but the 365 brand, from what I understand, is non-GMO. And another, same trip, same lack of willpower, this organic dark chocolate coconut. This is really good, and the ingredients of this are good. They're just organic cane sugar, organic chocolate liquor, organic cocoa butter, organic unsweetened coconut, and organic vanilla extract. So that's it. So no lecithin or soy or anything, and this was good. This is really good. I love coconut and I love chocolate, and this isn't even, like, it's dark chocolate, but I didn't find it to be bitter. You know, some dark chocolates are just like really dark and bitter, which I actually don't mind, but this one was, I felt like maybe a little bit closer to milk chocolate, and that was delicious. And another coconutty thing is I used up this. I use this in everything. I use it when I make my own chocolate. I use it in yogurt and things. So used up a bag of that. Used up, I made my own chocolate. So I used up this coconut butter. I just had a little bit left, used the rest of it. And I actually used up my cocoa paste, but I forgot to bring in the bag. I'll show it to you guys next time in the next video. So this is good. I really like this. It's organic. It's raw. I'm using another brand right now. I forget why. Maybe because it's cheaper. But this was a good brand. I enjoyed. And then I used up this bottle of Bragg's organic, or just Bragg, sorry. Raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. I don't know what that means. It's gluten-free and non-GMO. So that is what it looks like. And I made a recipe that, like a slow cooker recipe where I needed apple cider vinegar. So this one looks kind of like the best, best one out there with all the things that it says on here. It seemed like it's really natural. So that's what I got and used, and I've made that recipe twice and used up this entire bottle. So here it is. You can also use it for all kinds of things, but I've only tried to cook with it. So that was good. I have nothing, you know, bad to say about that. I used up, sorry, I keep like leaning over because that's where my bag of stuff is. This 365 organic grade A maple syrup dark amber, just the Whole Foods brand. That's the cheapest. I'll use this to sweeten things. Like, I'll show you some of the things that I sweeten with this next. But I also really like raw honey, but this is a little bit easier sometimes because it's liquidy. I think raw honey would be my preference though in terms of natural, because maple syrup's not really raw. It has to be boiled into a syrup. But I do like using this better than sugar, so that's what I use. We ate all of these little string cheeses, organic string cheeses, just the Whole Foods brand. They make a good snack for my daughter. All right, my desk is getting out of control with food items. So here's some things that I used the maple syrup to flavor. First is, I really love these. I drink this all the time. The Lifeway organic whole milk kefir. This is something that we drink a lot of in Russian. Kefir is kind of like buttermilk. Probably is the most similar thing. And I believe a Russian family actually started this company. So I like that this is whole milk. I try to buy whole milk instead of skim whenever possible, just because I feel like that's better. And this is cultured milk. It's probiotic. It kind of tastes like, maybe like yogurt. It's definitely got that sour flavor, but it's a thick consistency, very thick, creamy consistency, like a drinkable yogurt type thing. And they have different flavors, but I like to get the plain and flavor it myself with the maple syrup. I'll give that to my daughter. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of cocoa powder in there to make it kind of like a chocolatey flavor. But this is really good for you because of all of the probiotic. 12 live and active cultures are in here, so that's really good for your digestive system, which in turn is just really good for all of your body. It's very essential to the rest of your health, and it is 99% lactose free. Lactose is a milk sugar that these bacteria, when they fermented, they eat the milk sugar. So if you are Well, not if you're lactose intolerant. I don't know if like that 1% of lactose would be a problem. It probably would be if you're really sensitive, but if you just kind of like don't feel amazing when you have a lot of milk, then this might not cause you that many problems because it's 99% lactose free and it is gluten free. And then I went through several of these containers, same brand, Lifeway. This is called Farmer's Cheese, and this is something I ate a lot of growing up in Russia. We called it tvorog. And in America, it's not really widespread, but you know, they do have it. It's called Farmer's Cheese. That my Whole Foods just recently started carrying this actually, and it is something that is kind of a cross between ricotta and cottage cheese. Cottage cheese has those little particles, lumps, whatever you want to call them, that are quite firm. This is not as firm as that. It's more like ricotta in the sense of how soft it is, but it's not as fine. Like ricotta, I feel like the little particles are really, really fine. So it's larger particles, but the softness of ricotta. I don't know if that makes sense. Trying to describe it, but I really, really like this. This again is probiotic. This is really great for you, like health-wise, and I like to eat it. I like to actually mix it with yogurt because it is like a little bit dry, crumbly. So I like to mix it with yogurt to make it a little bit creamier, and then I will put like raw honey or maple syrup in there. I can put coconut in there, sometimes cocoa powder, just flavor it somehow, and I just love it. So I've been eating that a lot, and I really enjoy this. They do have an organic version. I can't find it. This is the only thing that my Whole Foods carries, so I've been using this. I read on their website though that their milk comes from grass-fed cows, which is awesome. They should totally write that like all over all their packaging because that's something that is important to people. That's something I always look for, and you shouldn't have to go on their website to figure that out. This is the Stonyfield Organic Smooth and Creamy Whole Milk Plain Yogurt. That's what I mixed with that. I have another brand right now of yogurt that I bought because I couldn't find. They were out of the Stonyfields, but this is fine. This is good. I like it. In here, I have a little, I just saved one, but this is what my daughter really loves. Whenever I don't have time to get plain yogurt and like mix her up flavored yogurt, sometimes I'll just buy yogurt like this that's already flavored. And this happens to be blueberry, but it's the YoBaby because it's made out of whole milk. I'll just buy our different flavors of this. I don't typically buy the YoToddler just because that one does not have whole milk. I think that one is low fat or 2% or something, I forget. So let's see what else. So just a few more things. I know I mentioned my onion dip in the previous video, and then in the beginning of this video when I showed you the little chips I like to dip in it. And so this is what, sorry, let me close it. This is what I typically make it with, this sour cream, Wallaby Organic cultured sour cream. I like this because the ingredients are organic cultured pasteurized cream, and that's all it is. Sometimes when you pick up sour cream, there's all kinds of like guar gum or like whatever, some kind of thickeners and all this extra stuff, and it's like, why have that if you don't need it, if you can just have it as plain as possible? That's what I try to go for. And of course it's organic, so love the sour cream. And let's see, a few more things here. Oh, I made a dish that involved pesto sauce, so I needed to buy some pesto sauce. I could have made it myself, but it seemed like it would be kind of a pain. So I opted to just buy the Whole Foods brand. This is Basil Pesto, made with extra virgin olive oil, and this was good. And let's see, I have a few soups sitting around in case I am ever in a bind and I don't have anything to eat. We run out of food or something, I can always kind of resort to warming up some soup. So this is Amy's Organic Pasta and 3-bean soup, and this was good. I'm not the hugest fan of soups in a can. I'm pretty sure this one, it doesn't say it, but I think I looked into it before. There's something, I think it's BPA, something that they use in cans that's not good for you, but most of these natural brands don't use it. So I'm pretty sure it's okay, but still, like, it's metal, and who knows what kind of metals could have leached into the soup. So I'm not the biggest fan of having cans of soup, but, you know, every once in a while, there's nothing to eat, kind of resort to that. This box of cereal. I actually did not eat this past month. This is something I've had sitting out for a long time, and there's just the tiniest amount left. And I was like, why don't I'm pretty sure it's like expired by now. When does it expire? Actually, no, it's not. 2014. But it was literally like a tablespoon of cereal left in there, and I think I haven't been eating it because it's like, oh, that's not enough to have a bowl of cereal. And it's just gonna sit there forever. So I just, I think I ate it or threw it out or something, but here's the box from it. And it is the Envirokidz chocolate Koala crisp, gluten-free. It's just brown rice, flour, evaporated cane juice, cocoa, natural flavors, sea salts, and molasses, and it's organic. And I liked this. I thought it was nice. If you like, you know, rice, crispy kind of cereal, chocolatey flavored. So this was good. And then the very last thing is not a food item, but I just wanted to show it to you. I'm not going to make a video of, you know, household products because I just don't go through them that much to have that many empties. And this is the Ecover, what is this called? Natural Automatic Dishwasher Tablets. So I have 3 of these boxes to go through. I went through one. There's 25 in here. So wash my dishes 25 times. And I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I'm going to obviously continue to use these because I bought 3 boxes. I think they were on sale on Vitacost one time. I probably have a haul showing this. But not the biggest fan because they work okay, but they are a little tablet. I should have brought one, but just a little tablet in a wrapper, and you have to open up the wrapper, take out the tablet, put that in your dishwasher. I thought they were going to be like those tablets that are dissolvable, like I'm used to having, that are not natural, or not used to having, but I've used them in the past. When I switched to natural products, I started using liquid, 7th generation dishwashing liquid, and I thought, oh, sometimes it's easier to just throw in a tab instead of, you know, open up, pour in the liquid, you know, close it, put it back away. Throwing in a tab is that much easier. And it's really not with these because you have to open it, you know, and then throw out the wrapper and all that stuff, or recycle the wrapper. It's recyclable. So it's just, I mean, it's not that much of a pain. I don't want to complain about having to take something out of the wrapper. It's just that I misunderstood the form that these were going to be in. And when I run out of these, I will probably either go back to using the liquid or see if there's, look into other forms of these that are just dissolvable that you don't have to unwrap first. So, but they're fine, they work fine. I mean, it's not really that much of a pain to take it out of the wrapper. So if you're looking for something natural, I think these are good. So that is it. These are my food empties. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.